powerful labor union sent a letter to Speaker Nancy Pelosi, Democrat of California, and Senate Minority Leader Charles Schumer, Democrat of New York, on Thursday announcing their opposition to bipartisan legislation to ban surprise medical bill patients can receive from hospitals and insurers when their services aren't covered by insurance. The International Union of Operating Engineers, IUOE, which represents more than 400,000 mechanics and machine operators nationwide, says it supports the efforts to do away with surprise billing, but the bipartisan legislation gaining traction in Congress would impose devastating cuts to frontline medical providers and tilt the playing field in favor of insurers. The proposals would give insurance companies outsized power to set artificially low reimbursement rates, reducing revenue to physicians and clinicians across the country depend on to keep the doors open. Union President James Callan wrote to the Democratic leaders, this policy would likely lead to physician shortages and even facility closures in many vulnerable, rural, and underserved communities, just as these critical providers are desperately needed. So, based off of reading that, I agree. But I always laugh whenever you get, because I remember Schumer was sent a letter about net neutrality a while back, where it was him and McConnell who were approached to not support repealing it. And my position with politicians and writing letters to them is that if they don't already support the thing you want them to do, they're just not going to do it. So you saw the Democrats, every single one of them, even someone I like Ro Khanna, get together and basically bend the knee for this virus bill and the screwing over of middle America, or rather the working class citizens, for the corporations. And it seemed like no matter how much opposition was expressed, you just couldn't get most of them to crack under the pressure and actually support a position that would help people instead of the corporations, because most of the Democrats wanted to do that anyway. And the same thing could be said here. If these two supported something like that, there's no way they're going to care about those 400,000 people that make up that union. You could have 30 unions come out with their leadership and condemn this policy, and it still isn't going to make a difference. But that's not because what Callahan is saying is inaccurate. It's because they don't care. As long as it's not their position, kick rocks.